Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they go play action now. Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of blitz this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. First down. Here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Burrow will throw. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Slot man moves right. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Williams. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. On 4th down, here's Williams. Buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. In motion right comes Allen. Right back to Swift again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. To throw, it's Williams. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, Burrow. That is caught. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. All tied up, 8 apiece with 2 minutes on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? He's got a man complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Williams to the air on 2nd down. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll go play action here with Williams. Eluding the pressure right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On play action, here's Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
On 2nd down, Swift. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw, Williams. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and that's caught by Komet. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 8. 65 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 8-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Now this throw caught left side. There he goes again. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 63 yards. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. Still just a 2-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
This is Swift on the counter. He'll take this to the 46.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Right back to Swift again on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at second down.
Got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Now Burrow.
This one caught downfield by Higgins.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
2nd down and 3.
Here's Burrow.
And he'll find Chase on the right side complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line.
Here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Chase Brown.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals have taken a 4th quarter lead.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
I'm one, right? 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Hey, can.
Now Burrow on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
28 yards.
And the Bengals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
12.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Looking to throw is Williams. He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4.
On 3rd and long, here's Williams.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Williams.
Being chased out left.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
They'll try and throw with Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown, Chicago! Keenan Allen, 42 yards.
And the Bears get a bit closer.
Santos with the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. On 2nd down, Burrow He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Jamar Chase,
43 yards.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Moore, the man in motion.
Play action. Now Williams.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A lot of great quarterbacks from USC. Here's another one. The rookie's got a first down. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Williams throw there complete to Allen. And some room to roam now. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. Keenan Allen with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion.
Williams.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Here we go with Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Eluding the pressure right.
He's got his target. That's complete. He will have the first down and a bit more.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Jamar Chase,
46 yards.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. To the air, Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll be out right at the 35. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Williams now looking to throw on 1st and 10.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile,